6:29 and a half. We're going to start this meeting off with Jim Devitt, our chaplain of the CERT team, if you would mind, please.
Thank you. If you'd like to bow your friends. Heavenly Father, we welcome you into this room to join us, to help us in making decisions that so affect so many people in Milton Township. We thank you for the opportunity to serve as leaders, as constituents, as concerned people of this township. We ask for your will to be in our decisions, to guide us, and we certainly ask your blessings upon the people in this township, in DuPage County, in the state of Illinois. We ask for your careful watchfulness over us as the storms roll in for this evening. And we ask that you keep us all safe. In the name of our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
If we could please stand, stay standing. Matt Fennell, please lead us in the pledge.
Pledge
allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Matt. At this time, I would like to have our clerk, Yavit, please call the roll.
Trustee Soto?
Present.
Trustee Ellis?
Here.
Trustee Castle?
Here.
And Trustee Maliko? Let the record show that Trustee Maliko is not here today, and Supervisor Marino.
Here.
So we do have a quorum.
I seek a motion to approve tonight's agenda. Do I have a motion?
So Second.
All right, so we'll Ellis move, and we'll say Trustee Soto seconded.
Is there any discussion? There being none, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any nays? No nays, the motion passes. Next, the approval for the minutes, July 13th, 2021. I've already sent you guys those minutes. Thank you to the clerk. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Second.
And having a second. There being none after the... Is there any discussion? I'm so sorry. Any discussion? Okay, no discussion. Please call the roll again. Quick.
Trustee Soto?
Yes.
Trustee Ellis?
Yes.
Trustee Castle?
Yes.
Supervisor Marino?
Yes. And the motion is passed. Earlier this evening, the board met to review the claims brought before it tonight. Is there a motion to approve the claims as presented?
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? There being no discussion, will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Soto?
Yes.
Trustee Ellis?
Yes.
Trustee Castle?
Yes.
Supervisor Marino?
Yes. Thank you. At this time, is there any member of the public, thank you for all being here tonight on this stormy night, that would like to address the board? If so, please, that I'd ask you to state your name. You'll be provided 3 minutes to speak to this board. Do I have anyone that would like to speak tonight? Of the board? Any of the members of the public? Okay. There being none, we'll move to the next item on our agenda. And the next item is the agenda as the chairman's report. The general assistance which we've given out and offered to the public over there, healthy as always. We've helped many people. I'm proud to say that a lot of the employees are really stepping up, including helping with the CERT team. We're getting out to the public events These national night out, everybody came together to help the public, including the police. The CERT team came out, and we gave away some great donated gifts, donated by one of the banks, and we just appreciate that, and it just made a lot of these impoverished families really happy. So really doing some good out there in the public, and we've been invited to many more. So I just wanted to make mention that the activity of the GA and the food pantry, we're doing great. We are well in the rights to follow through at the end of the year, working with Northern Illinois Food Bank. We received over 1,945 pounds of government commodities, and we purchased over 1,600 pounds of food, which is a total of about 3,574 pounds. And I also wanted to make mention and give a little shout out to our Sheriff James Mendrick with the Hope's Garden. Don't want to be on this too long, but our very own Alex Hines went and picked up these last several weeks on Wednesday their yield, and it's amazing. It went from 40 pounds to 100, and it just keeps growing every week. The Hope's Garden gives all of their a lot of their donations right here, and we literally give away that food in 15-20 minutes, and the lines are long. Herbs, nice fresh produce, so I'm real happy that we're doing that with the food pantry. The mosquito abatement update, I was hoping that Jeff, we all went to Clark, and the board did. We had an opportunity to spend time with Clark and understand how the growth of mosquitoes work and how dormant. I personally learned something. I never knew that an egg can last 7 years. I had no idea, and in the right temperature, right time, they do grow. Jeff, did you have something to add to any of the knowledge that you learned at the Clark?
Well, I mean, they got a really impressive operation over there. I actually cracked a joke that it looks a lot like the lab from Jurassic Park, and it's true. They've just got these scientists. Actually, a lot of them are summer employees, and they were busy. They had this liquid that kills mosquitoes, and they're shipping it to South America, Mexico, and I think Africa. And that's pretty impressive for a local business to be doing business that broadly, and probably saving lives, honestly. Malaria and that.
That was great, and really appreciate that the trustees were very eager to go out and learn and spend the day and take up their own time. And it was a pleasure spending time with you guys, and I think the next visit's going to be to their other plant in a few months from now in St. Charles, so we're excited about that as well. So good that we have a relationship with Clark, so I'm excited about that. The audit progress, which is again something that is almost done. We are fine-tuning, and it's all to do with our banking accounts, and we have a large amount of bank accounts. I think we can consolidate a few together, and it just makes sense, and it's not commingling. It just makes sense to do so, and that's about the only thing that's going to be held up on the audit. We still have a large amount of time that we can still put it on the public, but that should be done within the next month. So I'm excited to say, once that's done, we'll move on to something much better to talk about. So with that being said, we should be good by next month. On to the next, I would just like to mention, I don't know if he really knows that this is going to happen, but Jeff Castle, I'd like to mention big surprise that someone would go up and beyond, and that's what this township board, I feel, does. I just see excellence in all of the trustees, and I just want to kind of put you on the spot there, if you don't mind there, Jeff.
Sure.
I got an email from a resident in Milton Township, Dan DeCanter, stating that the only way in and out of his subdivision off of Route 53 was a bridge that goes over I-355. and the sidewalk on both sides were completely overgrown with weeds. In that area, the overgrown, it's not a part of the township. It actually is like right there on the border. And it's funny, when you get into border lines of township and towns and cities and villages, there's a disconnect, including with IDOT. I was going to call IDOT. We have people that are asking us to remove brush and debris so they can stay safe crossing the road, staying on the sidewalk, and they're giving me visuals of children in a carriage. Then they have to go off of the path and then go back onto it. And I apologize of not showing you pictures, and I could have done that, but if you can imagine the overgrowth, you have to get off the sidewalk and then go back on it. It's a very, very dangerous situation. Anyway, with all that being said, I contacted IDOT. Hey, well, that's Glen Ellen, and everybody's passing the buck. It was unbelievable. And at least 3 or 4 phone calls in, I finally went, including to the township highway commissioner, and it was just, I'm exhausting every situation. And then all of a sudden, this great man over here to my right, Trustee Jeff Castle, stepped up and offered to go out and cut all the weeds back that very evening. He got it all done in about an hour, and all the kids are going to be safe heading to school within the week, and safety walking without having to go into the street. I just can't tell you how unbelievable I feel right now, overwhelmed, and I think you are excellent. As you can tell, I'm not going to get emotional, but
On the day's work.
almost did. It was great of you to do that. Thank you, Jeff, so much. Okay, we'll move on to miscellaneous. We now come to the reports of others. The first report is the town clerk. Clerk Nathalani, do you have anything you'd like to report?
Just received a few FOIA requests since our last board meeting. Not as many in my first 30 days in office, but probably 2 or 3. A few of them I kicked over to Mary's team. But other than that, only thing we had was we hired a new deputy clerk, Amanda, who is a former clerk of LaGrange Park. So I got to come into the office yesterday, get to know her, and I'm looking forward to just training her and learning from her. And she's looking forward to learning from me as well. So that's all I have for the board tonight.
She did share her excitement, and she looks forward to some of your teachings. So that's good. Okay. Next is our Citizen Corps. Marty Keller, do you have anything you'd like to report today?
I'm going to put our clerk's note-taking skills to the test here. July 3rd, we helped out with the fireworks in Wheaton. July 4th, we helped out with traffic control for the Independence Day Parade. We also had our own parade entry. July 27th, we had an active shooter class, which was instructed by a Glen Ellen police officer at their lovely new facility.
What was it, July 28th?
27. I can give you the list. I was just kidding. August 3rd, we were at Nashville Night Out. Township was there, we were there. It was John's right, it was a very, very good evening for everybody. August 4th, we worked back to school, the event at the fairgrounds, helping out the American Red Cross. August 7th, we were at Brewfest during the day, helping keep an eye on people. John got to participate. He stopped by and they said we need help, and he stayed. So thank you. Appreciate that. Had a concert later that evening. On August 8th, we had another concert in Memorial Park we helped out with. Coming this week, the 12th through the 15th, we'll be at Case in Glen Ellen from pretty much noon until 9 p.m. 5 days in a row. So if there's any certain people who want to help out, we can always use more. September 2nd, our fall class starts. It'll be Granite is the name of this class. September 10th and 11th, we've got the last 2 concerts in the park with the Wheaton Park District. September 11th, we've got a backyard barbecue event we're helping out with. September 12th, we will be at the Festival of Cultures in Wheaton. And September 24th, we'll be at the DuPage County Fairgrounds for the Fine Arts and the 4-H Club display. It's like a mini fair, so that the kids who normally put stuff into the fair and give ribbons and citation and stuff, they can still do that so that they doesn't break that string for some of them every year showing up to the fair and being judged. So we're still doing that. So we're busy. But thank you.
Well, I just wanted to make mention, Marty, we're real proud of your and Trish is also with all the extra hard work that you guys are doing and the streams of revenue that you're bringing into the township. And we don't mention it much, but that really helps, train other people, and you bringing that money in really helps. So I just wanted to commend you. Thank you. Good job. Now we have our very own seniors committee tonight, Mr. Chuck Smith.
Good evening.
How are you, Chuck?
Great. August, we don't have a monthly meeting, never have. So, but what we do have is our planning for our senior auto inspection program, which is going to be held the second Saturday in October 9th. Tomorrow I have the planning meeting where there's lots of activities we have to plan for. With all certainly going to be there since they are going to be directing traffic for us, along with the Wheaton Police Department, Glenelg Police Department, and I think the sheriff will be there tomorrow. Sheriff. So we've got a lot on our plate. Our only hope is we'll be able to do the event because of what's going on with COVID. Last year we couldn't do it because we weren't allowed to use the Wheaton Fire Department. We have approval today. I could have it this coming Saturday, but they don't know what the future is going to be for us. And the same thing goes for AAA, who's our big sponsor that provides all of the fluids, all the different flavors for all the crazy different components in the cars we have today. So, along with providing us mechanics, we have a number of other mechanics from town, certified mechanics that will be there also. So, our hope is that it'll go off as planned. We're going to start advertising with flyers. It has been in our last newsletter. Will be in our future newsletter also. Our September meeting, which will be held at the Glenelg Police Department. I've got a speaker from Age Guide, Elaine Cavaderas. She's the Health Promotion and Education Specialist. She is going to talk about fall protection. A better time to talk about it with fall coming. So she's going to make a great presentation on health steps and motions, how to keep our seniors safe. One of the biggest threats to our seniors is falls. I think we all know that. It can be life-changing for so many. So we hope to get a lot of good insight out of that. And that is it.
Thank you so much, Chuck. Appreciate that. Good luck with the planning committee tomorrow. So our 708 board president, Shannon Hartnett, was going to be here tonight. She had a conflict and was unable to make it, and her apologies. But as far as the report, she's in the process of writing her one-year plan and having the next meeting to discuss and move forward with that. They've also adopted the bylaws. Elected officers will be recommending a budget in the next few months. And their next meeting is right here, August 18th, 6:30 p.m. And she wishes us all well. So, happy that she at least commented that she couldn't be here tonight. And I also, now I want to make mention of kind of a new part to our group here. Matt Fernald is here, and he is on the weed ordinance and helps us a lot. So I'd like to not only introduce you, but do you have a report today?
I've got a quick report, John. Thank you. Hi, everybody. This is my first season with Milton and with the weed control, so I'm learning quick. And I think it's been both fun and successful. We've been really successful both with compliance and I think also with community awareness. A lot of neighbors have stopped by or beeped and given us a thumbs up, passerbys or neighbors. A lot of feedback when they see us out there inspecting and also cleaning up properties. But our compliance rate is at about 95%. We've had a real high success with the communications that come out of the supervisor's office. Trish has provided a ton of good work and support, and there's a lot of communication with these people at these properties. We only have one complaint that's still active, and we'll hopefully have that cleared up in the next week or two. It's more of a tree issue, so it's a little more
involved, and there's some issues with health and COVID and whatnot, but so far it's gone very well. We've only had to contract for one property thus far, and we've only had 2 or 3 where we had the contractors sent out, but by the time they got there, they had complied with the ordinance. So it's been very successful, and hopefully it'll go that way. And it's been a little slow lately, so we've been a little lucky.
Excellent. Excellent. Great report. Thank you, and welcome aboard, Matt.
Thank you.
Thank you
Good
for
to be
being here. We did want to make mention that our weed ordinance and our weed control, this is one area of revenue that I do not care for. I don't think that we are pushing, nor is this board. I feel that we don't need to push people to get there. Oh, okay, if you don't cut your weeds, we're going to charge you, 5 times what it normally costs. That's not our idea. And Matt, you do a fantastic job with being gentle with these people. Some of them have situations, and you give them time and help, and I appreciate that. That's what we do. We are here to serve. So great job, Matt. Cemeteries Authority. We're going to have myself speak on that. September 4th is St. Stephen's coming up, and so we have a Mass at that. The Catholic Diocese is going to be coming in and doing a Mass. We have some great singers coming in. A few historians are going to be speaking on St. Stephen's. If you guys would like, you can go right into Alex's office. He has a beautiful picture of St. Stephen's when it was in the day, when there was railroad ties there. That's what you're looking at. If you want to peek in there before you leave, please do so. But the honoring day of a family of remembrance is going to be on that day. Everybody is welcome. And afterwards, after the Mass and after the speakers and the great singers, like Terry Lightbody, she's going to be doing a couple beautiful songs, God Bless America. And then we'll have a picnic. So if the singing won't bring out, maybe some food will. So hopefully we'll see everybody there, and we'll wrap up the season. The grass cuts and everything else has been fantastic. I want to give another shout out to Alex. Alex Hines did a great job in keeping costs down. We are nowhere near our last year's budget. For the tent rentals, he went over and beyond to find really good pricing for tables and chairs and everything that we've needed for these past events, and even pro bono. A lot of people are doing things for free, so to just thank Alex for that publicly. So great job, Alex. And okay, at this point now is the trustee comments. So I will go ahead and turn that over. Does any trustees have any comments?
Comments, but I just do want to say that it's been great getting to work with you guys so far. We've got a great team, and it's great having trustees by our side and a supervisor that really care about our community and everything like that, going above and beyond, and just looking forward to continuing to work with you guys. So absolutely.
It means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you.
John, I do want to
Yes.
thank you for organizing the Clark trip. It was very, very interesting. And we literally spent the day with them. They were very gracious. It gave us a lot of information. It's amazing the depth and breadth of their organization and what they do. And thank you for organizing that.
I appreciate it very much, and it's my pleasure. Look very forward to other series of services that we're going to be able to visit and see, so that's great. Very good. Anybody else?
I'll say a happy birthday to Supervisor Muddy.
There we go. Happy birthday.
Thank you. It was a great surprise yesterday. Not only did my wife make a beautiful song, which is on the record now, I could say. It was awesome, but the township had a little bit of pizza pie and some cake, and I was very, very thrilled to come in and just see everybody. That was nice. So thank you guys very much.
40 looks good on you, sir.
Thank you so
I was
much.
60.
My new best friend Joe Soto. Put that in the minutes. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, anything else from the trustees? If not, I'm going to close that out. Under unfinished business this evening, I have provided you with an updated policy and procedures handbook, which all of you have received electronic copy. And if you don't mind passing these three down.
I have one.
You do? Okay. Thanks. Is there any, we had some discussion, so many times, just so the public knows, we've went back and forth on this a few times, not a big deal. Just wanting to make sure the verbiage was right. Thanks to Bond and Dixon, we got that fixed and looks good. We had a couple other discussions on it prior to, but I think they're hammered out. Does anybody have any discussion on the handbook? These will be brought in and given to all employees that work under this township on this side. And, yeah, I think it spells everything out. That's it. Do I have a motion? Yes, do I have a motion? Motion to approve this?
I have a comment.
Yes, please.
You know, in terms of the handbook, you know, I've had some conversations with John about this. I think we have been somewhat lacking in the current legal requirements in terms of that process. And again, congrats for getting that done, getting the handbook where it needs to be. We are, you know, fully compliant. I've reviewed this. I mean, we're where we needed to be, and it's a long time coming, but good job on that.
Thank you so much. So there was some discussion, TOI, but mostly I would like to just say thanks to the assessor. Chris Levan helped put some of this verbiage together for us, and it was very nice of him to share his. So we did use some of that. So I appreciate it very much. Is there a second? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion approved. Okay. Second. Second. Get that, yeah?
So, Drew, you moved it? Or
Soto.
Soto moved, and then Castle, you seconded it? Okay.
The motion passes. This new.
I don't want to call it.
Oh, please, yes, call the roll.
So roll
Sorry.
call vote?
Thank you. That's why you're sitting here. Go ahead, please.
Trustee Soto?
Yes.
Trustee Ellis?
Yes.
Trustee Castle?
Yes.
Supervisor Reed?
Yes. The motion passes. This new employee handbook for the township. We will now move into new business. The first order of business is to approve Resolution 21-06, a resolution authorizing a settlement of various tax objections in the case. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
Second.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Wait.
So moved.
Okay.
Second. I
Who
appreciate
seconded
that.
it? Drew, you seconded it?
Yes.
Trustees Castle.
Okay, so roll call vote?
Well, first of all, is there any discussion on this? Any discussion? Yes, please call the roll.
Trustee Soto?
Yes.
Trustee Ellis?
Yes.
Trustee Castle?
Yes.
Supervisor Reed?
Yes. There being no further discussion, the motion passes. The second order of business is the approval of the Resolution 21-07, a resolution authorizing the execution of documents and settlement of Hanson versus Milton Township, case number 15 CV 5354. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
Motion.
Okay, second?
Second.
Okay. Is there any discussion on this item? Going fast enough for you, Yana?
Go faster.
Let's go faster. We can do that, okay. There being no further discussion, will the clerk please call the roll?
Sure, Trustee Soto?
Yes.
Trustee Ellis?
Yes.
Trustee Castle?
Yes.
Supervisor Reed?
Yes, the motion passes. Is there any other new business to come before this board? New business? Hearing none, there being no further discussion, hearing none, I understand that this item to discuss the executive session tonight being the settlement of claims pursuant to 5 Illinois statute C-12. May I have a motion to adjourn and close this session for the purpose of this evening?
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Soto?
Yes.
Trustee Ellis?
Yes.
Trustee Castle?
Yes.
Supervisor Reed?
Yes. So we will go ahead and close this. Thank you all for coming tonight.